Hey there, welcome to Sepia Speaks, where we talk about all things hotels and the hospitality trade. My name is Ricky, and I've been in the travel and hospitality business for over 30 years. I may not have seen everything, but I've seen plenty. Sepia Speaks is about my sharing these. If you are a hotelier, whether as a general manager or a sales and marketing director, or even as part of the management company, chances are you would have experienced situations where you have owners that were against their hotel working with intermediaries. This has become increasingly frequent, especially with the proliferation of OTAs over the past 2 decades. Several years back, my business partner and I were sitting with a hotel owner talking about a hotel management contract for his new development. It was quite a strange meeting because instead of focusing on the contractual details or the projections of returns, the owner was obsessively concerned about how the hotel management company can cut out OTAs from their business. That was all he cared about. His benchmark for selecting a hotel management company was on how the management company can cut off OTAs. Now, we could have easily pandered to his wishes just to seal the deal, but it was against our principle. So instead, we politely told him that the job of the hotel management company is to ensure that the hotel is operated well and that profits are optimized in a sustainable fashion. Cutting out OTAs is a simple enough process, but it would not be for the betterment of the hotel and principally is not the right nor sustainable business approach to take in the long run. He gave us an incredulous look, and in the end, we had to propose a hypothetical scenario to him. Would he rather the hotel achieves a higher profit working with OTAs? Or will he be happier if we don't work with any OTAs at all but make lower profits? So okay, if this is such an obvious no-brainer, why do we get situations with owners, and let's be honest here, occasionally, even with fellow hoteliers of senior positions, objecting to us working with OTAs or intermediaries in general? Well, it is about perspectives. From the viewpoint of the hotel owners, after having spent tens to hundreds of millions for a decent-sized hotel development, they are now being asked to pay 15 to 20% commission for each night's room rate to an intermediary who, as far as they are concerned, invested zilch, zero, nada to the cost of the development of the hotel. Now that is simply unacceptable to them. And what's worse, if you are being paid as a hotel manager, it looks like you're taking the easy way out by simply working with intermediaries. So what do they need you for? To answer that question, let's first look at the role of intermediaries. Firstly, let's understand and appreciate that there are different types of intermediaries and they sit on different levels of the overall travel supply and distribution chain depending on their speciality. But regardless of what they specialize in, do we actually need intermediaries for the hospitality trade? The short answer is a resounding yes. But in the interest of time and simplicity, let me just offer 3 reasons. The first is that intermediaries act as a critical link in the hospitality distribution and supply chain. They publish your hotels to various geographical audiences and on top of that, facilitate booking arrangements for your hotel. They provide your hotel with the exposure to markets that you may not readily or easily have access to. And they value add by dealing with language barriers, foreign exchange issues, payment gateways and all that. All these without any upfront charges to the hotel. Totally risk-free with a pay only if you earn basis. The second is that in a lot of cases, intermediaries actually promote the destination that the hotel is operating in, hence generating interest and giving reasons for travels to the destination and bookings to the hotels. The third reason is that in most instances, a hotel is merely a sub-component product under the wider travel industry and is not the catalyst for the travel. With small exceptions for specialized resorts, most travelers don't travel to a destination just to stay in a hotel. For the most part, the accommodation is a component of the larger product of the holiday or even the business purpose for the travel. Other components include flights, transportation, tours, and accommodation in other locations within the itinerary. Hotels cannot, on its own, facilitate all these, whereas travel companies can and do. In that regard, they add to the value chain of the travel industry ecosystem. As a hotel, you should be capitalizing on this ecosystem instead of wasting effort, time, and losing money trying to opt out. All said, none of the above may change the biases against the intermediaries that your owners still may have. So, how then do you convince them? One method is to stop rationalizing and simply ask for time. Maybe 1 year or 18 months as a trial to work with OTAs or other intermediaries. Within that time frame, the initiative should already see financial results that no sensible businessman would then force you to cut. Conversely, if the financial results are not there, then honestly there is nothing to lose either way. And lastly, you may want to ask the owners how they or anyone in their wider social or family circles selected a hotel in their last 3 leisure trips overseas. Chances are, an intermediary was used or referred to even if the hotel was ultimately not booked through the intermediary itself. And if they still cannot accept that, then I think it's time you start looking for new owners. So, as always, thanks for watching, and do please share, like, and subscribe, and let me know if there are any particular topics that you want to see here. See you in the next Sepia Speaks.